Morning. I am Day. DAA are my initials. I am in recovery from loss, grief, trauma, and addiction. In my years of active recovery, I have found that upon awakening, it is useful to affirm and devote myself to the me of my recovery, the one that ties all of the pieces together gently, lovingly, and sometimes even fiercely to face each day, one day at a time. With these daily affirmations, reflections, devotions, and meditations, walk with me on the recovery journey of hope, renewal, resilience, and self reflection. And remember that you are not alone. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. February 13th. We can't think our way sober. To the intellectually self-sufficient man or woman, many AAs can say, yes, we were like you, far too smart for our own good. Secretly, we felt we could float above the rest of the folks on our brain power alone. As Bill sees it, page 60. Even the most brilliant mind is no defense against the disease of alcoholism. I can't think my way sober. I try to remember that intelligence is a God-given attribute that I may use, a joy like having a talent for dancing or drawing or carpentry. It does not make me better than anyone else, and it is not a particularly reliable tool for recovery, for it is a power greater than myself who will restore me to sanity, not a high IQ or a college degree. Fair use. Courage to change one day at a time in Al-Anon. February 13. Every snowflake is different. Every thumbprint is different. Every person in Al-Anon is different, despite the common problem that brings us together. Comparing myself to others was a defect of character that plagued me all of my life and continued during my early years in Al-Anon. I focused on how others seemed to be grasping the program more quickly than I had. The right things to say when they shared seemed more popular. I didn't like myself because I wasn't living up to what I believed to be true about others. Today, just like the snowflake and the thumbprint, I realize that I, too, have special qualities. I know that my growth in Al-Anon can't be compared with anyone else's. I have learned that I can't judge my insides by other people's outsides. We're all doing the best we can. Like every other member of the fellowship, I offer an important contribution to the Al-Anon family groups simply by participating and being myself. Today's reminder: a sponsor or trusted Al-Anon friend can help me see that I have value just as I am. It is the chiefest point of happiness that a man is willing to be what he is. Desiderius Erasmus. Fair use. Just for today, daily meditations for recovering addicts. February 13. The ties that bind. As long as the ties that bind us together are stronger than those that would tear us apart, all will be well. Basic text, page 60. Many of us feel that without NA we would surely have died from our disease. Hence, its existence is our very lifeline. However, disunity is an occasion fact of life in Narcotics Anonymous. We must learn to respond in a constructive way to the destructive influences that sometimes arise in our fellowship. If we decide to be part of the solution instead of the problem, we are headed in the right direction. Our personal recovery and the growth of NA is contingent upon maintaining an atmosphere of recovery in our meetings. Are we willing to help our group deal constructively with conflict? As group members, do we strive to work out difficulties openly, honestly, and fairly? Do we seek to promote the common welfare of all our members rather than our own agenda? And as trusted servants, do we take into consideration the effect or actions might have on newcomers? Service can bring out both the best and the worst in us, but it is often through service that we begin to get in touch with some of our more pressing defects of character. Do we shrink from service commitments rather than face what we might find out about ourselves? If we bear in mind the strength of the ties that bind us together, our recovery from active addiction, all will be well. Just for today, I will strive to be of service to our fellowship. I will be unafraid to discover who I am. Fair use. Today, Emotions Anonymous, February 13. Reflection for today. When I came to the program, step 3 was confusing to me. Now I have learned that even though I may not totally understand God or the meaning of God's will, I can still make a decision to surrender. I have already proved to myself that I alone cannot manage my life. What image I have of a higher power is not important. It is best that I just make a decision on whether I want God in my life or not. What have I got to lose? Meditation for today. If I cannot manage to say anything else, then just let me be able to say, help me. Today I will remember, stop analyzing, start accepting. Fair use. Strengthening my recovery meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. February 13. ACA recovery is challenging, but the rewards are immense. We must put forth effort and feel the uncomfortable feelings that might come. At the same time, the goal is self love and knowing that we are good enough just the way we are. This is an ACA paradox. BRB, Big Red Book, page 438. In our program, we need a lot of courage to face a great many things. Facing how we were abandoned requires us to summon all the courage we can muster. As we keep coming back, memories and feelings float up from our subconscious to the mind's eye, and we acknowledge the losses we buried. As children, many of us wanted or needed to idolize our caregivers. In ACA, we take off the rose colored glasses and see them as flawed human beings who were unable to be there for us emotionally, physically, psychologically, or spiritually. Facing this abandonment means looking at it honestly with the help of our higher power, our inner loving parent, and our inner child. This is how we begin to reparent ourselves so that we can become whole. The affirmations read, on this day, I continue to seek the courage to face my abandonment issues. resolving to take the steps to make myself whole so I can bond with others from this consciousness centered space. DHB Recovery Network Daily Affirmations, Reflections, Devotions, and Meditations read by day. Share, subscribe, like, hit that notification button so that you will know when new podcasts or videos are posted. And most of all, be the you that you are created to be, one day at a time,